voice of the voiceless.
Good afternoon. This is the world news on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. I am Ibrahim Onigbinde. Here are the top stories. Federal government to monitor deployment of subsidy removal palliatives. UNICEF urges federal government to prosecute bandits for killing children, women. In business, CBN releases fresh guideline for forex sale by Bureau de Change. On the foreign scene, WHO, U.S. health authorities tracking new COVID-19 variants. In sports, 2023 Women's World Cup guaranteed $570 million. Details of these and more coming up shortly. Welcome back. Now the news in detail. The presidency says the federal government on standby to monitor the distribution of palliatives meant to cushion the impact of subsidy removal to Nigerians at the state level. Special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Ajuri Ngilali, made this known on Friday. Recall that the federal government had approved 5 billion naira for each state and the federal capital territory to enable them to procure food items for distribution to the poor in their respective states. The special advisor also slammed the organized labor, urging them to avoid blank statements and generalizing the state governor as incompetent for the palliative distribution task. According to Ngilali, Nigerians should open a window of trust to the state governor in distributing palliatives, adding that they were voted in by the credibility of the people to address their needs. The United Nations Children's Fund representative in Nigeria has urged the federal and state government to enhance their judicial statement to ensure proper prosecution of bandits for their various crimes before the court of law. UNICEF representative in Nigeria, Christian Munduati, stated this on Friday while addressing newsmen in Maiduguri in preparatory for the commemoration of World Humanitarian Day on Saturday. Munduati lamented that the absence of proper prosecution and punishment for bandits for the various crimes they perpetrate against humanity. Governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, on Friday met the incoming Minister of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy, Bosun Tijani. Tijani visited Governor Abiodun barely 2 days after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu announced him as his Minister of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy. During the meeting, Governor Abiodun highlighted several commendable initiatives undertaken by the government in the area of information and communication technology, ICT development. The governor expressed confidence that Tijani would excel in his role as a proud representative of the state and the country as a whole. Oyo State government has approved immediate release of car loan for primary school teachers across all zones in the state. This is contained in a statement made available to newsmen on Friday in Ibadan by the coordinating director of Oyo State Universal Basic Education Board, Mr. Jacob Dairo. It said that the loan, which was to be disbursed in tranches, is to cushion the effects of the economic crisis in the nation on the teachers. According to Dairo, the loan scheme was approved by Governor Seyi Makinde, who has instructed that there should be no favorism. The coordinating director advised the beneficiary to use the loan for the intended purpose. You are listening to the world news on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Still to come, business, foreign and sports. Welcome back to the rest of the news. CBN releases fresh guideline for forex sale by Bureau de Change. In business and economy news, the Central Bank of Nigeria has released fresh operational mechanism and the sale of forex by Bureau de Change operations within the country. This is coming 25 months after that the suspended CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele announced the discontinuance of foreign exchange sales to Bureau de Change operators. The Apex Bank announced the guidelines in a statement uploaded to its website on Friday. Owner and Chief Executive Officer of X, formerly known as Twitter, Elon Musk, says users of the social media platform will no longer be able to block other accounts. In a post shared via the platform on Friday, the billionaire businessman said the feature made no sense and will soon be unavailable for users. He, however, said the block feature will remain for direct messages. WHO. Influencing the WHO World Health Organization and U.S. health authorities said on Friday that they are closely monitoring a new variant of COVID-19. The WHO said the potential impact of the new variant of COVID-19 is not known at the moment, adding that it is undergoing careful assessment. So far, the variant has only been detected in Israel, Denmark, and the United States. In the U.S., Central for Disease Control confirmed it is also closely monitoring the variant in a message on the social platform Twitter. A British nurse was found guilty on Friday of murdering 7 newborn babies and trying to kill 6 others at the hospital neonatal unit where she worked. Lucy Letby had been on trial since October last year, accused of injecting her sick or premature young victims with air, overfeeding with milk, and poisoning them with insulin. The victim family said in a joint statement read outside Manchester Crown Court in Northern England that they had been quite simply stunned by what had happened. The jury, some of whom were in chairs after they were discharged, deliberated for 22 days, returning the first guilty decision on August 8th, which could not be reported because of the court order. In the world of sport, FIFA President Gianni Infantino says the 2023 Women's World Cup, currently taking place in Australia and New Zealand, has generated over 570 million. Speaking at the FIFA Women's Football Convention on Friday, Infantino also played down suggestion for equal prize money with the Men's World Cup. The ongoing Women's World Cup prize pool sits at $110 million, more than 3 times than there was on offer on 2019 Women's World Cup in France. It is, however, significantly less than the $440 million awarded at the 2022 Men's World Cup in Qatar. To end the world news, a quick recap of the major stories. Federal government to monitor deployment of subsidy removal palliatives. UNICEF urged federal government to prosecute bandits for killing children, women. In business, CBN releases fresh guideline for forex sales by Bureau de Change. On the forums in WHO, U.S. health authorities tracking new COVID-19 variants. In sports, 2023 Women's World Cup generated $570 million. The World News was edited and produced by Abida Tawid. For more news and updates, you can follow us on our social media. www.facebook.com/Al-IyamoyeTV Land Radio, on Twitter at Al-Iyamoye_TV, and on Instagram Al-IyamoyeTV, Al-IyamoyeTV, on YouTube at Al-IyamoyeTV. You can also stream live by logging on to our website at www.Al-IyamoyeTVradio.com. I am Ibrahim Onigbinde. Thank you for listening.